Whoa, this is the Illusion reporting from somewhere on spaceship Earth. All right. This is a Lego X-Wing fighter review and story time. So, I went up and scored like a garbage bag full of Lego parts so I could build stuff with Owl. And I found pretty much just this chunk of the fuselage here. And I was like, oh, that looks familiar. That looks like an X-Wing fighter part maybe. So I went online and I began to look through and I found like one of these engines. I had a trash bag of this stuff. So I went and I found the picture that matched this front, because this was pretty identifiable, just how this was built. And I went and found the picture that matched this, and then I went and looked up the instructions on the Lego website, because you can get instructions for anything if you know the unit number. So this is the Star Wars 6212, and it was put out by Lego in 2006, right? So I searched through the bag, found a bunch of parts I was missing, some engines and the laser beams and some other stuff here and there. I had a bunch of extra parts. I ordered the one missing engine off of Bricklinks, and I got the other parts from the Lego parts thing. So I completed this. There it is. That's the 2006 6212 Legos X-Wing Starfighter, right? I got my C-3PO in there. I don't know. I have the Luke somewhere, but I don't know where he is right now. So there's that, right? It's pretty clean looking. And then, so I was sitting at the Target the other day, and the current X-Wings was on sale. So I was like, I don't know, impulse purchase. I was like, I'm going to buy that and do a compare and contrast video. Oops. On the new versus the old, right? So the new one, so there's a couple things going on. So this is the new one, right? So right off the bat, the back of this one's much cleaner. I mean, if you look at the difference of the two, check that. I mean, that's the rear back of this is the 2018 unit or 19, and this is the 2006. Big difference, right? Completely. And here they are kind of, let's do it like this. Side by side, basically the same size, same length, same basic dimensions. Very similar componentry, except built completely different in one way. So the things I do like. All right, let me do the old one that I do like. What I think's best about this one is how the wings open. It's a turn knob. It's very smooth. Look at that. That's how that opens. Very like smooth and gradual. I like that. And you have full control over your wings opening and closing. This one has this, the 2019 one has this tricky like lever, but it just like clicks in. But look, this is it closing. It's a little, I like it on one level, but I think I like the twist one just on the, I don't know. It's kind of just a little bit more. It's like you're tuning it in, you know what I mean? It's a completely different mechanism. So where the modern one has a lot of improvements is this. I like how the wings actually are closed very tightly versus how those don't close as tight. Let me see if that's cranked all the way closed. All right, that's cranked all the way closed versus this one. That one's tight. This one I can see through, right? So that, I like that. You can just tell the difference of what's that? 12 years of Lego engineers. But my other thing that I like about the older one is for some reason I do like the lasers on the side. I think they're a little bit more, I don't know, laserish, if you will. These are, I don't know, they're okay. I like the engines better on the back though, that's for sure. But I thought, and these engines are cleaner and more built in to the unit than these. I still, for some reason, something I do like about this one a little bit more. I don't know what it is really. This one does not shoot though. Like this one has no firing mechanism. This one actually does shoot, has 6 places to shoot projectiles from. I don't know, makes it maybe a little bit hazardous. These things, each one of these wings has one of these shooters here, and they shoot. I mean, they bing, like, I'd close my eyes even. I mean, they're gone. So it's got real firepower. And then it's got these two, it's got a shooter on either side that shoots the little pegs. I don't know, this one overall is definitely a cleaner build. I didn't think I was going to like it as much when I was building it. When I saw it in the box for some reason, I thought these front engines looked a little wonky in the box, but now that I really look at the difference, I'm going to have to like look at an actual picture of a real starfighter. This one's still pretty rad. I don't know. Now I had a definite thought about it when I was making this video, but now I'm like all over the map. They're pretty rad. They're very similar and very completely different builds. And the other thing I do like about this one is, this is what's kind of cool. It does have its little storage compartment in there, so you can stash your like laser beams, and I mean your lightsabers and your laser guns and all that kind of stuff. And the landing gear on the front does fold in a little cleaner than this. This one's not so clean. You know what I mean? It's in there, but it still has a pretty good big profile versus that one. That one's tucked in there, but I get why they changed it, because it's sort of hard to get out, but not that hard. It's definitely, I definitely think the front landing gear on this is cleaner. So, okay, let me do what I like about this, the old one first. This is a 2006 6212. This is the brand new one. This is the Lego 75218, like brand new. This backside, the junk in the trunk on this one is way rad. There's just no comparing the two backsides. That's definite like California booty. You know what I mean? I think I think on this one, it's winning me over the more and more I compare it. I don't like this, the trigger mechanism on the bottom of this thing to release it. That's sort of a little bit of a buzzkill. And I don't really like how obvious I think the way they stuff the rubber bands, and this one was like the rubber bands are stashed pretty well. And they're not quite as noticeable on the 612 versus the 75218. The rubber bands are really pronounced on the back, and I don't really care for that. Do I like that mechanism? Yeah, I think I do. It's a little, I don't like how it comes together that hard though. That's sort of a buzzkill. I do like the tweaking action of it. I just think it's neat, man. It's really, you can see how different Lego, how they improve on a baseline design, and genuinely most of the parts are very similar. They definitely used a lot of different parts. You know, this one's built up with plates and stuff, and this one's pretty slick looking. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'll be super clear. When I got the box, it took me about a week to finally build it. When I got the box, I thought I was gonna hate the new one, the 75218. But now that I built it and I'm really doing a head-to-head comparison, the new one is night and day a better build. It's just that much more thought out, and you know, practice makes perfect. The guys at Lego have vastly improved it. And the cool thing about this is, you know, they say that Lego doesn't really lose its value. So to have been able to assemble this out of a bag of parts for basically, I mean, the bag of parts, but I got a bunch of other half-built ones, dude. So this cost me probably all said and done like $4, you know, with my Lego Bricklinks parts. I think to get one of these extra engines was $1. It's like and you know, it's got my little R2 unit in the back. And I don't know, man, I'm stoked I got both of them. That's sort of geeky and nerdy and a little bit weird, where I've got like 2 of these things now. The force is strong within me. I'm sort of in the Lego Star Wars bunny hole. Let's go make that canyon run, baby, and blow up the Death Star. So there it is, man. The 2006 Star Wars 6212 Lego Starfighter, and then the 2019 75218 Legos X-Wing Starfighter. Very cool. Very cool. I'm giving the guys at Lego. This was an extremely fun build. Took me about 2 hours. I'm really impressed with how much of an improvement the tail section is. That alone is worth the price of admission. It is a much cleaner unit, and it's interesting. So there you go. All right, this is The Illusion, and links down below. If you're catching this on my regular channel, there's links to the new Lego dedicated channel. And if you like our channel and want to support what we're doing here, there's a PayPal link, Patreon link, You can send us Legos or gifts or envelopes full of money with the address down below. And ultimately, like, thank you for allowing me to enjoy my adult childhood. All right. Good night.